Hey guys, Rafferty Pendry here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how do you boost your career. Take a look. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up for me and feel free to subscribe to my channel for future content like this. All right, first off, how do we define career success? That's going to vary from individual to individual. What's important to you of where you're trying to get in your career, how big you want to go, what types of things you like doing or not is really going to be something that you want to define. That measurement of how do you define success as it relates to your career is something you actually need to think about. It's important to have a career plan. So once you've actually figured out kind of where you're trying to go, what you'd like to accomplish, what are some of the broad stroke steps in order to get you there? And you start thinking about, okay, where you are now compared to where you want to be, and what are some of the big steps along the way. It's going to tell you kind of the overall direction and what you need to be thinking with, and are the actions you're doing right now in alignment with that. So the next kind of big concept is, how do we develop a career plan? So first off, you're going to want to assess your skills and your interests and those types of things that you have right now. Like, what are my assets? What can I actually use for where I'm trying to go? And then you might want to talk to people who are successful in that role already. Some people maybe who've been doing it. Maybe you can ask somebody to mentor you. It could be somebody in the organization you already work with, or another similar company, or somebody who's doing the similar kind of position of what you want to be doing in a totally different company. Reach out and talk to them. There are plenty of people who are actually willing to mentor that you may not think they are, but if you actually reach out and talk to them, a lot of people are actually willing to do that. And so you can start to research it a little bit. What do I need to do? What skill sets do I need to fill? What holes or gaps do I have right now? And there is a bit of an ego point where you can actually step back and really think, what do I need to improve in myself in order to accomplish that goal? Being able to do that requires a lot of maturity, but it is going to help you move forward much, much faster. This one I can't stress enough, being proactive and taking initiative on it. It's amazing how many times I've seen people in organizations say, well, yeah, I was waiting for somebody to tell me what to do. Or in this situation or project, yeah, I was waiting for somebody to tell me what to do. Don't wait for anybody to tell you anything. You name your goal, you name where you're trying to go, you look at where you are right now and how to go about doing that. And the people who actually can take more initiative, who are more proactive in it, get yourself involved in the things that you want to be doing, and people will start to involve you. You can actually just take ownership. Like, it does take a little bit of guts sometimes. You have to stand there and say, okay, you know what? I need to put on a brave face and get myself into the conversation, even though it's a little uncomfortable, even though I haven't been specifically requested or invited to do that. You can do that. Take some initiative and say, you know what? I want to actually be involved in this thing, and I believe I have something I can bring to the table. People will listen. There's a lot of people just going along in life kind of just following this automatic path, and don't be surprised if you do that you're not going to be extraordinary if you're not taking extraordinary measures. Being willing to learn new things is going to come about because of that. Because you put yourself outside of your comfort zone, you're going to end up learning new things. It's going to happen automatically. Those things are also going to provide more value and skill for other things in your life. As part of that whole thing, you'll actually find that you start interacting with more and more people, different groups of people. You start to build your network up, and that becomes a support for you, again, in achieving your career goals and the path where you're trying to go. One final little piece to consider is giving back to the profession, giving back to the community in a way that allows other people to see, wow, this person's actually providing a lot of value. It's the small things that you do that you think people don't notice, but a lot of times people do. It has taken sometimes years for somebody to come back to me and say, you know what? I saw how you did this and this and this, and it really had a profound impact on me. And at the time, I didn't even necessarily think about it. I didn't even know somebody was necessarily watching. People do. You setting a good example, you being out there, just really doing the right thing, doing right by people, and being there, communicating, continuing to do that on a bigger and bigger scale, it goes a long way. People do notice, and you actually have a big impact in other people's lives as a result. Okay, so to summarize, you have your career. How do you define success? You look at the big broad strokes on how you can get there. You start to move forward on it. Set aside the ego, put it on the side, and say, you know what? Fine, there's something I can learn. Learning puts you into situations with new groups, new people, new situations that actually add value to your ability to actually grow in your career. And you just keep doing that step by step. And it's the weird part, because a lot of people are looking for that shot in the arm, the overnight success, that instant thing, which isn't real. It's not the way that it works. Put in the work, lay it on a solid foundation. You'll build something amazing that can really grow. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Feel free to share it with anybody you think could benefit, and check out these videos for more content like this.